Okay, we are starting the last act for today's performance. It's a world music choir. The choir started first as only music faculty choir multiphonist in '98, soon after I arrived to Australia. And then after a few years, press students were allowed in, and then press students became such a majority that it was decided to leave this subject only for press students, because there are very few music students, so we didn't want to compete also for music students to take them in this choir. So in this subject we are learning songs from different cultures, and also we not only learn the traditional songs, but we also learn popular and contemporary rock and pop songs. And we learn also how to discuss these traditions. So they just had last Wednesday, and some of them are having tomorrow, the last listening test when they need to show all their knowledge that they have different styles of the world music. Now today we are performing for you 6 musical pieces from different traditions and different genres. We'll start from a well-known popular song, Hallelujah, written by Leonard Cohen. beginning of the concert when you heard the African drumming. Because this is an African song, Bamba, written by South African musician Walanga Hosa, who lives now in Australia. And he's about my age, or nearing my age, so possibly about 60. And he wrote this song when he was a young man. South Africa was fighting against apartheid. So this song is anti-apartheid song, and as you know, music can be a tremendous force in uniting people, rallying people for some very good cause. So here is Bamba.
Sombamba, upatieti, si sombamba, patieti tina. Sombamba, upatieti, si sombamba, patieti tina. Sombamba, upatieti, si sombamba, patieti tina. Sombamba, upatieti, si sombamba, patieti tina.
For the first time in the history of world music choir, you will hear now song together with the bass guitar. We often learn the song performed by Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's a song, Can't Stop. Then we were singing that when one of our singers came and suggested to me that he plays the bass guitar and plays quite well, and suggested that what about if we play it together we perform it together with the bass guitar. Now, our ensemble is basically a cappella ensemble, so we are singing without any accompaniment. But as Red Hot Chili Peppers are famous for their bass guitar player, who happens to be from Melbourne, so one of the best bass guitar players of the world is from Melbourne. So I said, okay, why not? Because it's a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, it's a rock song. Well, so here it is. Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers, performed by all music choir. It sounds. Red Hot Chili Peppers, very rocky and very rhythmic song. We now go to a completely different tradition. It's a Georgian church song. Georgia has plenty of very rhythmic songs, but this one comes from church. And when early Christian missionaries went to different places, they were always trying to stop people following the musical tradition that they were following before. So one of the very important things that was happening all around the world is that people were singing and dancing to the songs. Now, in Christian churches, it was banned once and for all that you cannot dance into the Christian churches. Because of that, to make it work, they specially created musical traditions that which is not following the rhythm. Because if you have a music that follows the rhythm, then you have people naturally entrained and want to jump or do something else. When Christian missionaries went to Africa, we also learned this, and I hope that they mentioned this if they have to write about African music. Africans were told that, okay, they can't dance into the church, but the reply was that if we don't dance, we don't go to church. So missionaries had to accept that there will be Africans dancing and singing, or accept that the mission would be failure. So they accepted that, no, you can't dance. So that's why in African Christian churches there is a special place for dancing. And even in African American churches, if you go into the church, sometimes it's difficult to understand it's a rock and pop music happening there, or it's a Christian liturgy, because Jesus, Jesus, yeah, yeah, people responding and participating, so it's like clapping and all this. But this is Georgia is the second country in the world that became Christian in 336. The first one was Armenia. So this is a holy God from Georgia.
Amen.
China. We go to China now and perform possibly one of the most loved and most popular Chinese song. The moon represents my heart. If you come from China, you most probably know this song. The last our song is the song became #1 hit in 1989 when the possibly parents of choir members were still young people. So it's a some people know this is a George Harrison song. It's not George Harrison's song. It was written by Rudy Clark, but George Harrison made this famous with his version. So we are mostly following George Harrison's version of song, Got My Mind Set on You.
Set
last thing I've told my world music choir members, and I want to tell you also that if you ever feel anxious or a bit depressed, remember that there is such a great thing as joining in choir. So please join the choir, you will be happier in your life. Thank you very much.